So guys, good day and happy Sunday to everybody watching this video. This is Discovery Africa TV. Yeah, today is Sunday and everybody will go to church. Some will go and some will not go. So I want to say kudos to everybody. This is a new week and I pray that God will bless everybody this new week. So guys, in today's video, I'm just gonna just continue our conversations about what we've been discussing. Another conversation around this issue ongoing about Senator Natasha Akpabio and Gospel of Akpabio, the current Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the 10th Senate, and former Governor Yaya Bello, and now the Federal Government of Nigeria. So we all know that a number of things has been happening back and forth, up and down. Several people has been coming with their reactions. Just what happened a few days ago, that the federal government of Nigeria has now decided to take up this case backed up by the constitution and several other things, criminal offense that they sued Senator Natasha. You know, someone saying it's actually a weighty, allegations and all of that. We have a number of people that was a witness in that case. We have Sandra Duru and several other people like that. But guys, there is this video I want you to watch. A particular man of God in Nigeria actually talked about Senator Akpabio in church, just clarifying some things. And alongside, you're gonna watch the other video about this whole issue between Senator Natasha versus the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You understand? So I know many people have been saying that maybe there's something going on between Sandra Duru and Gospel Akpabio, or maybe it's just a coincidence because there was a time that Sandra Duru actually came on live and she was trying to actually make Nigerians understand some things about what was going on between her and Senator Natasha. And unfortunately for her, we saw the name and the number of Senator Akpabio on her call log. And from what she says she doesn't know anything about Senator Akpabio. So that was what got us very surprised, because we were like, you said you didn't know Senator Akpabio, but how are you able to get this number? But let me leave you to the rest of the video to watch what happened. Firstly, I'll play the video of the man that spoke about Akpabio in church and all of what he said, and other things that were discussed by the women that came out to expose some things about all this whole issue between the federal government and Senator Natasha. Drop your comment and subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is Discovery Africa TV. Once again, happy Sunday to everybody. Thank you guys.
The present Senate President, Akpabio, Gospel Akpabio, who was the governor of Akwa Ibom State at that time, went to New York to give moral support to the son of the soil that was defending his world title. And Samuel Peter was lying on the ground while the referee was counting 1, 2, 3. Akpabio moved to the ringside and whispered to Samuel Peter in their native tongue and said, "Get up and fight. We are here from home. You are not alone. Get up and fight. Samuel Peter, you can do it. Get up and fight. You can win this battle. I came here. The whole of Akwa Ibom is here by the ringside." And Samuel Peter, hearing his own native tongue, looked to the side and saw Akpabio. And Akpabio said, "Yes, I am the one. I'm the governor of your state. Get up and fight." And Samuel Peter staggered to his feet. Akpabio continued to say, "Get up and fight. You can win." And Samuel Peter fought and won. Can I speak the language of your father's language and say, "Get up and fight. You can make it. Get up and fight." Raise your hand and say, "Father, I will get up and fight and win. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I am getting up. I'm fighting. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I'm getting up. I'm fighting.
Let's get into our first story. All right, let's get into our first story, guys. A new development broke yesterday.
Calm down.
It's not long. We are not rested. No, you can't. We are not resting. So this new development broke in yesterday in the Senator Natasha Akpabio saga. The federal government has now filed a 3-count criminal charge against the senator, accusing her of criminal defamation against Senate President Godswill Akpabio and former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello. Filed at the FCT High Court in Abuja, the charges stem from comments made by Senator Akpabio during an interview on the 3rd of April 2025, where she alleged that Akpabio and Bello plotted to assassinate her. In a separate telephone conversation, she also allegedly made disturbing claims linking Senator Akpabio to the Inyobo-Omoren murder case, suggesting organ harvesting for Akpabio's wife. A statement the government says is dangerous, defamatory, and could incite public outrage. The charges brought by the Department of Public Prosecutions on behalf of the Attorney General of the Federation accuse the senator of making statements with the intent to harm reputations and to threaten national peace. And according to reports, she was absent in courts and reportedly refused service of the court papers. However, Justice Orji has ordered that all efforts be made to ensure she's served before the next hearing. Nigerians are talking about this one, and here is what they had to say.
The hunter has now become the hunted. It's about time the good people of Kogi Central can begin the process for her recall. She shouldn't be bothered one bit. It's one thing to charge someone to court. It's another thing to prove beyond reasonable doubt. In the end, it's the lawyers that are winning. Defamation doesn't necessarily work like that. Wow, this is amazing. At least she'll have to provide her evidence to the court now, because I can't wait to see those damning evidence she has against the SP, even though we all know she has none. Separate cases. She is definitely not coming back for her next term. She has forgotten she has to win primaries first. In a corporate place, it is good to apply wisdom. She will defeat them in court. Is it not Akpabio and Bello that's supposed to sue her? Why is the Nigerian government suing her on their behalf? A lot of people have this question. Yep. And let's take one more. This woman must realize that she's dragging Nigeria's image in the mud. Let's leave it at that. And that's one of the things I think was it the Senate president himself had said then. But there are two separate cases. Yes. She still has her case of sexual harassment, and this is not the case in which she would have to present evidence of sexual harassment. She's only going to have to present evidence of what she has claimed and what the government is saying is defamation. So it may not come in.
Brotherly, I heard you say Jesus as we're taking you through the Jesus. So please, what do you have to say about this?
Normally.
Speak for your belly.
Normally. What I have to say is just very simple. You know, this case has been a case of evidence dragging two matured people, bringing themselves out in the public, knowing that they have kids and have children. These are the things we young ones we see today, and tomorrow we're like, how did we get here? Before all these things started happening, they know what they've been doing. Now coming out to tell us what so if this story doesn't come out, we won't know that there's an organ harvesting that has been happening. So Nigeria is a state of dilemma whereby it's like a movie. Sometimes something needs to happen in that movie for you to know that there is. There's something happening ahead. So most times it's not glaring. That's why sometimes once there is a crisis in Nigeria, you calm down, don't rush and join them. But there's something under the carpet that will spring up that you don't even know.
And what we've been consistent with on the table is demanding a level of accountability and transparency. She has made these accusations. She has taken you to court. Go to court. Let her present her evidence. Now, this situation, when I was reading everything yesterday, I was like, these are very heavy and weighty accusations, their statements. Apparently the phone call that was alleged, this is a timeline of all the things that have happened since February 2025 when the seat reassignment occurred that seems to have has led to everything that's happening now. But don't forget there was a prior incident last year that some people feel was really a spark also. But these are the things that have happened so far. But the accusations she's made, she's going to have to prove them. That's what defamation means. I'm just curious as to why it's the state, the federal government, that's initiating the case. The public prosecution, I think the Department of Public Prosecution on behalf of the Attorney General of the Federation, and not the individuals involved. Maybe for the Senate President, I might understand that he's still a serving senator, he's Senate President, he's still a serving member of it. The former governor, I don't know. So I would love to hear more about why it's the state fighting these cases, because they themselves as individuals are very free to file defamation cases against her as well.
Honestly, I feel like this lady is in a landslide now, and everything is coming down. And you know, when you're in a landslide, it will take an act of God for you to be able to be rescued, really. Because imagine if you are on the mountain and it's a snow slide. The avalanche would probably just swallow you and cover you completely. These are very weighty allegations. In fact, as I was reading them, I was like, now I'm like, okay.
In your head, you're thinking, how can she prove this?
How would she prove this? Let's be honest. Because if you're saying something of this magnitude, you better be sure to back it up, because this is a lot. Organ harvesting is not something trivial.
That's what took Ekweremadu.
I just want to say that.
Ekweremadu matter. And I'm even thankful that matter happened out of Nigeria. Because if it didn't,
it likely would have been covered up.
It will see the light of day, or even make it to court. Because in Nigeria, part of the things that really make cases not work is the lack of evidence. Because in Nigeria, we are so quick to shout. Instead of you to be gathering evidence that are tangible, easy, good to use. By the time you make all the noise, you have already revealed your hand to your opponent. They know where to guard and where to hide. But if you know something is happening, it's like an investigative journalist. You don't break your case until you have finished your investigation. But in Nigeria, we are quick to cry and shout on the rooftop, I am investigating. So everybody will not say, okay.
So this is it.
They will hide. It's not like when our military people come out and tell us, oh, Operation Snake must die. We are going to this place. Of course. You are telling them that you are going to be there. So they will guard against every other thing. So we need to learn these things in Nigeria. And if she's alleging these things truly, honestly, Madam Natasha, I can only be on the side of prayer at this point.
No,
I will be praying that this does not swallow her completely. That she better know what she's putting, what she's accusing, and adducing evidence for.
It just doesn't make, for me, it doesn't make sense at all. Logical or non-logical. It doesn't make sense that you would come out and say these heavy things, and you say, and then you don't have
very strong allegations.
You don't have a backbone, or you don't have a
backing. You don't have
exactly.
So let me tell you,
she's enlightened, and then she's a lawyer.
But you know there's something they say, when a woman brings her evidence forward, the whole world wants to hear her. But take the case, if he's a man, it will take time. Now, Akpabio is doing it with his own way. He's doing it from the sense that he's a Senate President and he's a man. Now, nobody's listening to Akpabio. We're only listening more to Natasha. Check it very well. I'm a man. Nobody's listening to Akpabio and they're listening to Natasha. But Akpabio too has some points. But just that when power meets some things, they're using power to do so many things. And when power crushes some levels, you will not be able to get the actual result. If Akpabio would have done this, like Lolo said, keep your evidence silent. And I said it earlier, we don't just rush to just
when something happens,
watch out when things happen in Nigeria like this. There's
always background.
There's something else going on that has been happening.
I said it earlier. So that's why. But for Natasha, if she claims she has a whole lot, let her come outside. Like my Lolo said, our prayers are with her.
So I remember the day she landed in Kogi. People were shouting. She was descending in helicopter. It felt like a movie and all that. But when she started speaking and the allegations around assassination, that I know that I turned and I can't remember who was. I said, I hope she has evidence. And I hope her evidence is not people who told her that he said, or people that said they were there and 81 call and their ears heard it? Because there are too many people who have probably been playing both sides of the divide in this situation. Someone carrying gist and saying, do you know what Senator Natasha Akpabio told me today? I was somewhere and the man said that Senate President Akpabio was saying this about her. I bet you there's too much of that in this case. Yeah. A lot of it. And now it's on the table.
But you know, hearsay is not admissible.
Hearsay is not hold up in court. And I hope hearsay was not what she used to make her statement.
And I believe that she's very enlightened. And for someone that is in the eye of the storm, Catherine, if you're in the middle of a tornado and hurricane, it would be the wrongest time to remove your jacket. Yeah. You will know that the wind is going to carry you. There must be some kind of safety net somewhere. Before, even if you want to bury yourself.
Ezra is not convinced. He is not. Why are you not convinced?
Even if you want to bury yourself.
You know where they say in Nigeria, you have to, first of all, remove the log of wood.
Speck of wood from your eye.
That's Nigeria's and Natasha's case. Like a movie, like you said. Even if you have evidence, she was descending down from helicopter. On that particular one, how did she know that they are going to block the road? Like you said, evidence is not them say, or I heard this person is like, let me not mention name. Go on, learn.
You're gonna learn.
The hard way.
Okay, so this is definitely going to develop. The case has been adjourned, and now it's the next level in this Senator Natasha Akpabio saga that will continue to follow it. Before we go for a break, Emperor, I want to put you on the spot.